This is Caesar 1.3.7. Okay, Vercingetorix is getting his alliance together now. Having been influenced by this speech. Okay, this is a perfect passive participle here. And when you see a passive, look for an ablative. And there it is right there. That's the ablative of means. And remember our flip-flop rule. Having been influenced by a speech, in other words, the speech influenced them. So you can switch the subject and the object by going between passive and active. Don't. They give. There's your main verb, so it's indicative. And hard to see that verb because that stem is so small, do, dare. The stem is almost just d. They give, and so we're coming to an idiom here. It's right here. This is all one big idiom, and you can figure it out by what it means literally. They give faith among themselves, and they give law to be sworn. So what they're doing is they're making an agreement. They're making an alliance, a pact, signing a contract, however you want to see it. So here's the DO here, and here's another DO here. This is a funny looking accusative because it is accusative neuter. Neuter. As we know, the nominative accusative of all neuters is always the same in Latin and Greek, and the plural always ends in A. So that looks like a nominative, but it's accusative. And this gerundive, this gerundive modifies use. An oath to be sworn. It's got a nice ring to it. Jus gerundum. And remember, a gerundiv is passive, is an adjective. If you forget that, I'll never forgive you. And once power has been taken, now this is really interesting because this here is an ablative, absolute. Here's your PPP, perfect passive participle here. And I want to point out that the first P stands for perfect, which usually means past tense. But this idea is conditional. If they take power, not since they have taken power, but should they take power. And the reason is, main verb is here, indicative. And what does sparrow mean? Well, it means hope. And you hope for things in the future which reflects on the time of this ablative absolute. They hope that if power can be taken, they hope that they, and it's always good to start an indirect discourse with the conjunction that, they hope that they can possess all Gaul. Ooh, this guy's tricky. This is a deponent verb, potior, potiri, this fourth conjugation, and it takes a genitive object, which you see right there. Pretty strange. Say, it's the equivalent of say, and this is the accusative subject of the infinitive. All right, subject accusative, verb infinitive, subject accusative. They hope that they can possess all of Gaul among three most powerful and strongest peoples. So again, probably the most interesting thing in this bit is this perfect passive participle really working with an almost future conjectural force.